Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Predator Hunting Grounds release date trailer. It was all of the state of play, I think. Now, you read from the title. This is really interesting. I don't think this is ever going to be expanded upon anywhere else. In like, kind of video media, anyway, i.e. the films and stuff. I mean, it might do eventually, but I don't think anytime soon, and I don't think this is an indication that it will be anytime soon. But there's a female predator in it. So I thought we'd watch it together, just kind of discuss my thoughts on it and things like that, and then show you the female predator, because I think it's quite interesting. I think it's quite cool to kind of have a discussion about it. The female predator in design does look very reminiscent of the old Dark Horse comics, which I am a huge fan of, huge proponent of. So let's take a look, shall we? Really cool design.
Contact!
Brutal.
Oh, damn it! What is that? Stick to the mission. We're moving out. Help me! Help me!
There you go. So did you spot it? Did you see the female predator? Did you see the female predator? Let's just go right to the female, just so we're all on the same page. The female predator was here. So it's the one with the bow and arrow. So I tell you what, like a few things to kind of run down. I really like what Ilphonic have done with bow and arrow design. I think that's really cool. Like, that's a nice design. It's quite in keeping with the Predator lore. Sort of primitive yet highly, highly futuristic. Not really sure what she's doing with gloves on. But yeah, this is a female Predator. As it swoops around, you can see somebody... we're going to do some Rule 34 bizzo here. Some of the titties! But yeah, I mean, look, outside of all of the kind of immaturity side of it, it looks like they've just introduced this. This is not one of the kind of class characters that you choose from what they showed anyway. And it looks to be only using the bow and arrow. So if we scroll through this, and the design's really nice. It's a cool design. The shoulder cannon's really, really small, though. Not sure what that means or whether that tells us anything. But if you look, that's a tiny shoulder cannon. But look, like I said, look, she's basically only using the bow and arrow, and I do find it interesting. Like, there's obviously a laser sight and stuff, but it's still an arrow. Like, yeah, I don't know. I would have thought you'd have had some like kind of propelled. I guess, or maybe it's laced with plasma. Yeah, it is. Look, it's got a plasma tip. You can see that electro charge thing. So clearly got some kind of plasma to it. And she doesn't have as large a wrist blades as the males. Typically speaking, might be. And again, yeah, definitely plasma. Look at that as it explodes. Boom. But if you look, as she goes and gets a trophy, Because there's one where she just walks right up. Where is it? Here you go. So again, quite cool. Still quite, it's normal size really, no differentiation. Ilphonic took a really easy route with a female, just went, right, we'll just slap some tits on her. Dreadlocks are a bit more hair-like, but you see the wrist blades there are quite small. So I don't know what the others are like. But again, this is what I mean. I don't know if that's like a downloadable, playable character or something, because it says, choose your class and armor, right? And then as we scroll through this, and we get to these things, I mean, that's good attention to detail on the feet. That is actually what their feet look like. I used to have some of the old McFarlane models, which were very, very detailed. Much more detailed than the NECA stuff. But really cool mask design. And there's a variation on that. So hunter, versatile hunting style, balanced weapon choice. But that's a cool mask. Some of these I think are even taken from NECA. I've got some deals with NECA there. That's a cool one. And I thought they even brought back the Guardian from Predator 2. What was going to be the original one for Predator, I believe. If I remember rightly. But that's a cool design. Again, you know, different class here. We've got the Berserker. Doesn't actually look very different though. I'd expect the Berserker to be bigger. There's not much of a change in size. And it's just reskinned colour armour with a different mask. But I mean, it still looks pretty decent. Okay, well, look, I did say that the female had a smaller plasma cannon. They all look to have quite small plasma cannons. You guys overly familiar with NECA will have to let me know if any of these are the NECA ones. Because NECA is not what I collect. I don't deal much with NECA. So you've got Hunter, Berserker. They have changed the design of the wrist comp. Like, I mean, that's not the normal design, but still quite a cool redesign. We've got Scout, increased speed, ultimate stamina. Very interesting looking mask there. Oh no, I don't think it was NECA. I thought they brought in the Fugitive mask from the Predator. Which I guess is neither good nor bad, to be honest, depending on what you think. But maybe they worked in some NECA ones as well. I thought I remembered seeing that. It all looks pretty decent, to be fair. Rendering, meh. I mean, some of this is not, obviously, a lot of this is not actually in-game graphics. This is the in-game graphics. And it's not bad. I mean, it's very PS2-ish, isn't it, really? I think. Is that PS2-ish? It's not like photorealistic, which most games are nowadays. But, I mean, it looks pretty good. You know, as a quick little shoot 'em up. Like, it's... The main thought process behind this is that you play as either humans as a team, going in and fighting other humans. So, literally like Predator. And then you get stalked by a Predator. Or you play as a Predator. And I'm fairly certain it's online as well. This is not so good, obviously. This is a bit poo. But they've never really managed to find a way to do this properly in games. I think it always looks a little bit iffy. But it all looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm happy with this. I'm not sure if I'm going to rush out and buy it. But it's pretty damn cool. Looks pretty good. The death sequences are really cool. Like, nice, badass. You know, like trophy kills, I guess, or what they used to be called, like trophy kills. And some of the comments are good as well. You know, the game surprisingly looks a lot better than it did in the other trailers. Yeah, this looks pretty decent, but I can already see it being absolutely riddled with microtransactions. The feedback's not bad. I'm waiting for Chris Hansen to tell this person to take a seat. Get to the chopper. Not actual gameplay, at least the runners. Well, that was only the opening. I think this is gameplay. That's just an opening cinematic, which, you know, is understandable, really. Yeah, so that, I mean, look, if they're lying and the whole game, if this is all a cinematic trailer, then yeah, that's balls. That's really not cool. But this looks like the non-gameplay thing. It's very fluid and it's very cinematic. But then all of this stuff looks like it should be gameplay. I mean, if that's not gameplay, then what is it, right? So, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? What do you think to the expansion of the lore? I mean, we've now got a Predator with titties in a game of some description. I don't particularly care either way. This is a game which is not massively on my radar, but I will check it out. So, love to hear your thoughts. Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I've been Mr. H. Take care.